What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm taking you guys on another trip to the thrift. But before we get started, just wanted to let you guys know that I finally dropped some new colors in the consistency tees. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure that you guys hit that first link in the description. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so first thrift store of the day. First thing I came across was actually this fur coat for women. This was like just chilling in the women's section, and I know the next few months I'm going to be coming across a ton of jackets, a ton of winter coats, and I'm not going to be grabbing everything up that I can see, but pieces like this that definitely resells for a ton of value, I'm going to just grab a lot of that stuff up. Still get it listed right now, but I've seen comps for this one sell close to like 150 to 200 bucks, so definitely going to grab that one up. Might be a slow sale, but it is what it is. Next, came across one of these older iPods. I think this one, after checking the comps on this, it said this was the 5th generation, and of course I had to test it out in the store. And you know, they have a ton of these like old school speaker systems in these thrift stores, so I just plugged it up and it was working just fine. So I'm definitely just gonna have to grab this one up, and these should sell for anywhere between like 60 to 70 bucks. Next, came across this pair of Jordan Futures, and these weren't, I'm not gonna say these were beat up by any means. I can definitely clean these up and make these look even better, but for 13 bucks I figured this was a no-brainer. I've sold some Jordan Futures in the past anywhere between like 50 to 80 bucks depending on the condition. This one in particular, once I get it a little cleaned up, I should be able to bring in at least 60 bucks for this one, so definitely gonna have to grab this one up. This was definitely a better shoe find of the day. So I definitely spoke too soon, because as soon as I put those futures in my cart, came across a pair of Harachis, and I think these are more like a Agassi colorway. When I just typed in the style code on eBay, I was seeing some people got as much as 100 bucks for these, and then other people got somewhere on the lower end like 60 to 70. So they were asking 30 bucks for these, and of course I'm going to use that 20% off coupon. And since I'm going to be the only person with a size 14, because there definitely wasn't a ton of competition on these, I'm going to price mine on the higher end, mainly because like I just like to price certain stuff a lot higher nowadays, mainly because I feel like I used to short myself on profit. So certain pieces I'm just going to be more patient, and that one I'm just going to wait. Next up, the sneaker finds literally just continue to get better. Came across 3 pairs of these Adidas Ultra Boosts, and I believe these are the Ultra Boost 20s, and they even had a pair of Ultra Boost 19s in here. Those were 30 bucks. This one in particular was only 20, and this colorway is selling for right around 100 bucks, especially in this condition. So absolutely grabbing that one up. They were all size 13, by the way, and this pair was, I believe this is the Ultra Boost 19, also 20 bucks. I'll probably be able to sell that closer to 80 bucks, so I'll still have to pay fees on that, but it is what it is. Still a really great find nonetheless. Next, came across a bundle of this, like basically just a bag full of Wii accessories, and of course the Wii was in there as well. But the more I started to turn it around, I realized that there were some games in here as well. So just like I showed you guys in a previous video, I'll just wait till the end, do a little unboxing and show you guys what games were actually in here. But nonetheless, this was a really good deal because they had a ton of controllers. At least 3 or 4 controllers is in here, and I usually sell the controllers separately for like 20 bucks. So that should bring in some decent profit. Next, came across this Wii. This one is pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, I usually pass on stuff like this. That white Wii in the back has been cracked, and it's been sitting there for a few weeks now. But this one, I know the black Wii tends to sell a little better, so I might just grab this one up, especially since it was on the cheaper side. I've spent way more for Wiis, as you guys know. Usually I try to pick them up when they're complete, but this one I might have to take a chance on that. Next, came across this PS2 controller, and as you guys know, I'm picking up PS2 accessories and just PS2s all the time. So anytime I can find some controllers in decent condition just to kind of add it to the bundle, I'm always grabbing those up. And this was a crazy find because I literally almost walked right past it, but here was Guitar Hero for the Wii U, and it had everything you needed: the guitar, even the dongle, and of course the game was in here as well. So I'm gonna have to see how much, if I should split this up or if I should sell it just as like a complete set. But I'm just gonna throw some comps up on the screen because while I was in the store I definitely didn't check any comps. I just know Guitar Hero always sells for decent profit, and since I was 15 bucks, it was a no-brainer. So this is another find that I always grab up anytime I can see them in thrift stores. This, as you guys can see, this is just one of the Mac wireless keyboards. They're asking $750. I usually always get at least 40 bucks for these. I'm just gonna have to clean this up with some rubbing alcohol to make it look a lot better, but that should be an easy fix. So hit up a different thrift store, and this is my first time coming across any of these Leap TV games. I'm guessing this is more like an educational game for little kids, so I'm definitely gonna have to grab these up, especially since they were only $1 a piece. And this Spider-Man one, this was the only one that I scanned with my phone really quickly on eBay, and comps on this one was selling for about 20 bucks. So at least I should be able to sell all of those for at least between like 10 to 15, but I know for sure that Spider-Man one should sell for about 20. Next, came across a pair of Mizunos, and I usually don't pick these up unless they're in really good condition, but this colorway seemed to be, pretty dope in my opinion, and at the end of the day, an all red shoe would usually bring in some decent profit. And I thought this was a pair of Cole Haans, but this brand was just Merc Mac. Not really familiar with that. Typed it in on eBay, and of course the comps are really trash on that, so I just passed on those. But came across some Tory Burch sneakers, and this is my first time seeing these. I'm pretty sure this is what's supposed to be in the women's section, but I'm definitely gonna grab these up because I've seen some sell brand new for about $100. Used, I should get maybe $60 for those. Now here was another bundle. Came across this PS2 Slim, and of course the first game I could see was just Croc. I'm not sure if there's an actual power adapter in here. I don't see one in here, but I actually have one at the house right now, because anytime I see like a PSP adapter, which is basically the same one for the PS2 Slim, I always grab those up, because sometimes you need to have those accessories to complete bundles. So I'm definitely gonna grab this one up and use that 20% off coupon as well. Right next to that, came across this iOmega Zip 100 drive. Now, I wasn't really sure what this was at all, but just typed in the code on eBay. Literally just typed in iOmega Zip 100. These were selling for a ton of profit, like 60, 70 bucks. People had these listed for. So I'm gonna test it out, make sure it works, and I should be good to go. Next, came across some of these color changing computer speakers, and this was just from Insignia, so kind of like a Best Buy brand. I checked the comps on eBay once again. I literally just scanned it with the eBay app, and these were selling for right around 30 bucks open box. And as you guys can see, I'll definitely be able to list this as open box, and not a ton of profit to be made, but definitely going to be super easy to list that. So hit up a different thrift store. I think this is thrift number 3 or 4 right now. Checked out this pair of K-Swiss, and this was actually Gary V's sneaker. They had it priced way too high in here, because at one point these were reselling for a ton of money, but the hype has died out significantly for those, so I had to pass on that. Here was a really dope jacket from the brand Swingster. They do more like satin jackets and just vintage pieces in general. I might be able to get maybe 50 to 60 bucks for this one. Maybe if I wait a little closer to fall, I'll probably be able to get a little more. But when you find pieces like this, you definitely got to grab it up, because it might not sell super fast, but the right person, you just got to wait for the right person. Next, another vintage piece, just a little Adidas Essential windbreaker. If this one had a bigger logo on here, or just a little more, a little more sauce on this, I probably would have grabbed this up, but this didn't really do anything for me, so I just passed on that. Maybe if it was $1, I probably would have picked it up, but pieces like this tend to sit a really long time for me, so I learned my lesson. And this was a really good find. Came across all of the accessories to complete a Wii, and I actually picked up a red Wii a couple weeks ago for I think $12.99 or $12.50, and that was just the console. So since I was able to come across all of the additional pieces for that, I should be able to bring in some more profit now. Alright y'all, so we are back in the crib, and as you guys had seen earlier, I picked up this PS2 Slim, and it also had a couple games in here as well as 2 controllers. So let me just bust this open and show you guys what was actually in this package really quickly. Alright y'all, so pull out the blue controller, and this one seems to be in pretty good condition. Always have to check underneath here to make sure that all of the pieces are in there. Sometimes I've tested out some of these and it was missing 1 or 2 and it was still working fine. This one in particular is definitely missing 1 there on the left side right by my finger. But I'm definitely going to test this out and hopefully it works, because I know this blue colorway of this controller sells for a little more profit than some of the others. Looks like just some AV cables tucked away in here as well, and then another gray controller. So in terms of the games, they have Croc. This was just for the PlayStation. This case is, as you guys can see, this case basically falling apart at this point. We got Disney Space Buddies. I don't think this is actually I think it's just a DVD. We got Greatest Hits of Sly 2. Let's see the condition in this one. This one looks pretty scratched up. Some games are pretty scratched up and they still work, but I always try to make sure that the buyer knows that the disc is scratched up. So anytime I sell a game, which I've been selling a ton of lately, I would usually take a full picture of the front, then take a picture of the back of the item as well. And then last but not least in here is just Sly 3. So both games were pretty scratched up, so I'm gonna rub these down with some rubbing alcohol and clean these up a little bit, and hopefully they work. Didn't check the comps on any of these yet, but hopefully they'll bring in a little more profit with these. But like I said, of course, I'm gonna have to test out the PS2 Slim as well here. But let me just jump into the Wii, because this one was a little more money. This one was 60 bucks with that additional 20% off. So let me just bust this open and see what's in here. So we got a bunch of controllers here. We got 4 controllers and also 4 nunchucks. So 4 complete controllers. That always adds a ton of value to these. And it also comes with the Mario Kart racing wheel. So hopefully it actually has Mario Kart. So let me just run through some of these quickly. We got Cookin' Mama, and then we got 2 copies of Wii Sports, but this copy is thrashed. Oh damn! I don't know if this will still work, but this copy looks terrible. This copy is just as bad, if not worse. We got Super Smash Brothers Brawl. This one is not that bad, but we'll see. This just clean that one up. We got Super Mario Galaxy 2. All of these games are really scratched. We got Cars, and then we got Wii Dance. So I don't know, all of the condition in terms of these games are pretty rough and pretty beat up, but overall we should be in good shape. Let me just pop this open as well, plug up the power cable, and see if there's the Mario Kart is in this. So the moment of truth, I just plugged up the Wii to make sure that it was actually turning on. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't picked up a Wii from any thrift store yet that did not work, so be super thankful about that. But let's see if Mario Kart Wii is in here. Let's see if anything at all. Double tap it. We got something. We got Wii Play. So definitely not what I was expecting. I was hoping that people got Mario Kart, but I knew something was going to be in here. So we got Wii Play, like I said. We got Cars. That's probably what they was using these racing wheels for. But Super Mario Smash Brothers, 2 copies of Wii Sports. Hopefully they work. Just Wii Sports alone sells for like 25 bucks. So as long as these games work, along with the system, which of course that turns on as well, we should be all good to go and easily sell this entire bundle. I might break it up, split it up a little bit, more than double my profit in terms of picking this up for I think 48 bucks after that 20% off discount. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, shout out to everybody that's been supporting the new shirts. Definitely appreciate the support, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace. For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing. Only for the winner. Move just to keep from cooling. Like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm